Welcome to Rick's Corner. The man, the myth, the legend. Now on with the show.
Good morning, Rick.
Good morning. You know, it feels good after I train just to relax. I've created a habit, I guess, over the past 30, 40, 50 years. I always go to the gym in the morning. I get up, it's like I'm going to the office because it is my office. I train, I interact with people, I make contacts for my show. I made contacts for TV shows and films when I was doing those as well. But it's inspirational and you learn from other people. You know, you share knowledge. Even though I focus on my workout and I don't just sit there to talk like a lot of people socialize, there is time in between sets to make contact. I think it's a really good part of life. It keeps you active, keeps you going, keeps you alert. But when I'm done with my workout, like today, like we did, I'm tired.
Yeah.
I mean, I still work out like I did 50 years ago. You know this. And I know the volume is heavy and high, but I don't know how to lighten up on it. My kids say, lighten up, you're older now, go easier, don't be so hard on yourself. I just don't know how. So when I leave the gym, I come over here to Starbucks. I like Toluca Lake, it's a nice area. And this is where I'll sit and have coffee for a little bit, just relax. Usually I make notes of things I need to do in the afternoon, my business, how it goes, maybe ideas, and jot down ideas. And when I get done, I go to eat, which I'll take you guys through what I eat for lunch after I train. And this is like, chill time, just relax.
Like in the old days after training, you go to Zuki's in Santa Monica?
That's exactly. We would leave, when we were trained down at Gold's, all of us guys would go to Zuki's Deli on Wilshire, and we'd have cheese omelets and cottage cheese. That's what we ate, you know, as our protein. Or we'd have a hamburger patty and eggs and cottage cheese. And then we'd come back and we'd hit the beach, maybe take a nap for a half hour, lay in the sun, maybe train in the afternoon. Maybe usually we had auditions for commercials and things like that. And then I'd wrestle at night. So I needed to get a little bit of nap before I went to wrestle because it's tiring on the body. And be able to get up and train the next day too.
Right.
So yeah, we'd do that. Or we'd go to this place that was called the Jamaica Bay Inn in Marina Del Rey. So Ken Waller, Arnold, and I, a bunch of guys go over there. We get maybe a half a chicken for lunch and then sit out by the pool, take our bathing suits, and no one ever said we couldn't. They just figured we stayed there. They didn't know the difference, or at least they didn't tell us. So we'd lay out by the pool for a couple hours and go about and finish our day. So this is kind of the same carry on as I did back then. You know, I'm very fortunate that I really never had to work an 8-to-5 job, although I did work an 8-to-5 job when I was younger, but even then when I moved here and I went to work for Kellogg's, I was training at Bill Pearl's gym. So they gave me a territory down by Manhattan Beach to call on supermarkets. I'd drive down in the morning and I'd call on the markets around 11 o'clock. I see it's time to eat, take my bathing suit and go lay out on the beach for an hour and a half. I was supposed to work till 5, I'd work till maybe 3, take off, go to Bill Pearl's and work out and go home. So no matter what, I always fit it into my life. I fit the gym and the sun.
So tell me, how was Bill Pearl?
Bill's a nice guy. I mean, he lives up in Oregon now. He still trains. He knew how to work out. I mean, this guy trained hard. He trained at 5 o'clock in the morning with a couple of his buddies. He did the same thing I did. He split up his sets, chest and back, shoulders and arms and legs 6 days a week. He had skylights in his gym where he did all of his posing that he used for the magazines, because if you're going to pose in front of a light, overhead skylight's the best place to do it. What happens is the light catches you on the top of your chest and brings out all the shadows below the abs and below everything else, and it brings out the cuts. It's the same thing if you pose in the sun. When we used to pose for the magazines, I'd go down to the beach with the photographers like Artie Zeller, and we'd go down about 11 o'clock in the morning. By 11:30, we were shooting some shots. By 12, when the sun was directly overhead, you were starting to lose it, starting to flatten you out. It had to be a slight angle. And this is why they have posing lights at contests. They have them overhead. because it brings out the cuts. If you have any other type of light that's hitting you direct, you'll flatten out. You won't show any cuts at all. Ken Waller had that problem because he was very white. And being white, of course, it flattens out. So you had to use a tanning gel or whatever. We didn't have tanning gels back then. He laid in the sun, but he never got color. And then he found some, I think they had a tanning cream at one of the department stores, kind of turned you yellow. Makes you look like you had a liver problem. But that's what that was all about.
So we had a great workout today. We worked out shoulders and arms.
Yeah, we videotaped everything that I've trained, chest and back, shoulders and arms, legs. I don't want to duplicate it and run through the whole thing again, but we did a little bit different exercises today that we normally do.
Yeah.
As you know, we did, and the superset with the rope, bicep, tricep, back and forth. That's a good workout, and I'll go through that sometimes when we record that. But I wanted just to take a break from that so I can come up with something new. I don't hit the same workout every time, as you know. If it's chest and back day, sometimes I'll do chest first, and sometimes I'll do back first. Sometimes I'll do dumbbells, sometimes I'll do machines. It just depends on what I feel at the time. And Weider used to call that instinctive training. You go by your instincts. What do you feel you need to do that you would like to work on, that you're enthusiastic about? So when I went in today to do shoulders and arms, it made sense to me. I did chest and back yesterday. I was kind of tired. My shoulders were tired. But since you want to train, I figured, okay, I'll do chest and I'll do shoulders and arms today. Then I'll take tomorrow off. Maybe do legs on Friday. Or maybe take tomorrow and Friday off because I have a doctor's appointment to do legs on Saturday. But that's my next body part, would be legs. And then that's almost like having a day off for upper body, because it is. You have a day off before, and then you have a day off the next day for legs on the upper body, so your body's getting 2 days of rest, which actually you really need. So when you come back stronger, you come back and get a good pump.
So Rick, you want to talk about your doctor's appointment? What's this all about?
I have a series of doctors that I go to since I met my girlfriend, and they're all in Beverly Hills. I have a skin doctor who treats me for skin cancer, which I've had over the years from laying in the sun all those years at the beach. Finally came, you're gonna get skin cancer, well, you get it. So I have it treated, and it's treatable, and it's okay. A couple of surgeries here and there, they cut it out. Keep check on that every 3 months. All you guys should always check for skin cancer, because you might have it, not even know you have it. The little spots that come about. And I have a cardiologist over there who's checked me out, because I wanted to know how my heart is after all the years I've trained, the way I've eaten, some of the things I've taken. Come to find out at my age, my blood pressure is normal, my cholesterol is normal. My thyroid, I had to bump up a bit, it was kind of slow. But they got to do what they did an echogram on my heart to make sure my blood flow was good, and it was. Make sure I'm okay. It's just good to check on it. So many guys recently, and people I know, have had heart attacks, and they've had strokes, and they've had things happen to them because they don't keep a follow-up on their health. But I want to know. I want to know how everything's flowing. My father died at 53, and when I reached 53, I thought, oh boy, this is it for me. But I bypassed him for 20 years, so I'm still kicking. The doctor will tell me what's going on, and hopefully it's all good.
They forget to understand that you have been training for many, many decades.
Yeah.
And you're in great shape, and you heal very fast.
Very fast.
So there shouldn't be a problem.
Last time when I tore both quads, I had both legs repaired at the same time. Of course, that's very uncomfortable in your leg braces, and you have to shower and undo the leg braces and use a walker to get in and out. And you can't bend your knees for 6 weeks, otherwise they'll rip again. So it was a bit uncomfortable. And he says, you won't be able to drive for 2 months, and you can't do this and that. Well, I'll tell you, 2 weeks into this, I got in my Lincoln, I undid my leg brace, and I drove myself to the gym every day. My foot would brake and gas, I was able to get around. By going to the gym every day and working upper body and taking myself out like this and having a day of moving around, it seemed like the time just flew by, and I healed in half the time. I took some tests, and I took some growth hormone, and I told my doctor, he says, oh, that's not going to help you at all. Well, it helped me. He says, I can't believe how quick you healed. Well, I did, and I think it's attributed to all that, having the right mental attitude, eating right, and still exercising what you can exercise, and getting better. I mean, I'm not going to sit home and dwell on it. People do that, and I heard rehab, they told me when I was getting my rehab of my knees, oh, this one guy had one leg done, he still was having a hard time a year and a half later. Well, you got to take care of yourself. Yeah. Exercise is key, and so is diet, nutrition. Then you can come back.
Speaking of diet, what do you have in store for us for lunch?
Well, when we leave here, we're going to go down the street to the patios. Have a nice outside patio. It's a pleasurable place to eat. The waitresses are cute and they're all nice, and the food is good. So I'll find something on the menu that will probably be very similar to what I did in the 70s.
Right.
You'll see.
Thank you, Rick.
We're going to head over there soon.
So Rick, what are your thoughts on today's generation talking about old school bodybuilders?
Well, I hate to sound like my father. You know, I don't want to sound like. I think we all went through this period that your parents tell you things. You begin to sound as your parents as you get older. My parents always say, "Oh, things were better when we were younger. It's different today." And I heard this when I was a kid. Well, I say the same thing now because things change, they evolve, and we have to evolve with it. Time moves on. You have to progress and do things. I get that. But when I flash on pictures of the old guys, like I can call them old guys, Steve Reeves and Johnny Grimmick and Joe Gold on these 50s videos that I'm running, these guys train hard. They train hard. Diet was key, and as you said, the nutrition back then, there was no processed foods. The foods were real. There was no chemicals in them, and this is what they lived for. It was a lifestyle. They took the pride in their bodies. There weren't the drugs that there are today. If there weren't any drugs at all, they weren't even available, because I know back in late 50s or 60s, I couldn't find any. I didn't know they existed. I didn't even know that they were around. I was training with the guys that go pro. So when you guys say that they were on something, first of all, the people who say this are in their 20s and 30s, they don't know what life was back. They weren't even a thought back then. Didn't even exist. So how do you know for sure that this guy took this and this one took this? You don't know. It's all supposition, and you're making it up in your own head to justify your own insecurity because you're not taking anything, or if you were, you're not getting results. So everybody has the same accessibility. They can do the same thing the guys are doing in the gym today. They can take all the same drugs. Are they going to develop the same body? No. If you don't train hard and you don't eat properly, you don't commit yourself to it every day, 7 days a week, you're not going to get the results. The drugs are not going to do it by themselves. It just doesn't work like that. You have to put everything together. And then if you take too much, the spill off is greater than what you're going to get out of it. So if you take a shot of testosterone a week and you decide to take 10 shots a week, it's not going to make you any better. You're just going to hold more water and more body fat because it blows you up. Your diet gets more. You want to eat more food, and you don't really make the progress you think. And the minute you stop taking it, it all goes away. So if you take those guys back in the day, they trained hard. They had a base. I had a base when I started training. I started powerlifting. So I did bench press, squat, and deadlift. I got my bench to 455. My squat was 500. This was something that built so much solid muscle in me, so much density, that it was already there. It's like building a house with a really good foundation. So when you build a foundation in your body, then you just take that foundation, elaborate on it, and shape it into something by diet, by maybe increasing reps, but you've got it there already. And so people say, well, how'd you get the abs and how'd you get this? I said, I just trained hard back in the day. I used to sit on the rug floor. My mom would hold my feet down. I'd do 200 sit-ups every night until I wore a hole in my ass from the rug. So yes, it was dedication. I was 16 years old. And so I laid the groundwork by doing my foundation and training hard. I trained at a YMCA. Listen to this. I trained at a YMCA that had very, very little equipment. They had a bent bench press bar that would sway when you bend with it. The dumbbells were falling apart. You had to tighten them up every time. They only had a few of them. The pull-down machine had a cable that strands of wire were sticking out, so when you would do push-downs, it would cut you if you stood too close. The calf machine had a hanging cable with a pedestal with weights that would swing. So if you moved at all doing calves, it would swing back and forth and bang you in the shins. But I made good progress in that gym on minimal stuff and working out in my backyard with a bar. So it can be done, and I was drinking a lot of milk, eating a lot of meat, stuff like that. It can be done. I did it. I showed that I could do it, and I did it. And as time progresses and you move on to other things and gyms like Venice Golds and Bill Pearls, you learn from the pros. You cut back a little bit of the carb here, add a little bit of protein over here, use this machine over there, try dumbbells doing this, and you incorporate newer items with more equipment, you grow better. You're only as good as the equipment that you can use, but at the time, that's all I had available. So I made it work for me. And as time moves on, you get better equipment, you get a better body.
Right.
Make sense?
Perfect sense, because back then you had basic equipment, not many gyms around.
Basic, no, there weren't many gyms around. I had a YMCA. I wanted to join a gym across town. It was a small gym, it was upstairs. It had men's and ladies' day. Men Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, ladies Tuesday and Thursday. Well, that's how gyms were back in the day. So I asked the owner, I said, look, I'm in school, I don't have a lot of money. I want to join the gym. What can I do? Can I sweep up for membership? And he let me do it. So I swept up for like a year, and I went to school and played in the band, and he never charged me as long as I kept the gym clean. And that's how that worked. Then I went to another gym across town that was more like a universal health club. All the chrome weights, got a job there 3 days a week, and then started using that equipment, which was good. I didn't like it as well because it was like too much of like a, like I say this, it's a universal health club. They're all over, and they cater more to just the businessman that wants to come and get some exercise. I wanted to train hard. The owner gave me a thing to use. He says, here's the chart. Give everybody this program, 2 sets of this, everybody the same thing. He had a great body. This guy was a body. So I said, look, I can't do that. These people come in to train. This one can get results with this one can't. You don't go to a doctor and have them give you the same medicine he gave 10 other people because you have a different thing going on. So I'm going to write their own routine, which I did. And people started making results. I said, I don't want you doing that. You got to stick to the plan. I said, but they're not getting results. Let me write what I want to write so they get results. We had this argument. So I ended up quitting. He called me, we need you back here. We need you back here. I said, nope. Not unless you increase my salary, make me manager, and let me do the routines. He finally agreed to it, and I went back at a higher salary, and I did what I wanted to. Then I quit later because I moved to LA. So I still got my way.
Tell us about Joe Gold, how he used to build his own equipment at the gym, make improvements back then, making more complex machines and all that.
Joe Gold, you can see documentaries on him. He had a cinder block building down on Pacific Avenue that he built for a gym to bring the guys in off the beach because the Muslim Beach, the city of Santa Monica didn't want him down there anymore. So he was a welder. He built all of his own equipment. He'd have you come over and use it and try it out. If it wasn't right, he would tweak it a little bit so it would work properly. He made his benches, he made the wood planks, he put them together, he upholstered them, put them all together, and this became the gym. He knew what he was doing. He designed everything. Pulling machines worked great. The dumbbell handles were like a belt handle, which I've spoke about before. They fit in your hand, make your arm feel like it was part of the dumbbell.
This like a fat grip?
Yeah, that's why these guys made such great gains off this kind of stuff. So he had a little shop in the back of the gym. Then he had one at home. And so it was a very small garage where he did all of his welding and his painting, and then he'd bring it down the truck and the guys would unload it and put it in the gym. And this is how it worked back then. It was great. He built the gym out here where I live, a World Gym in the Valley. He said he built it for me so I wouldn't have to travel so far because I had moved from the beach out here and I started raising a family. And he had a table saw that I borrowed. Actually gave it to me, he bought it at Sears. I still have that table saw today, and I won't sell it because it was Joe Gold's. It's a piece of historical equipment that he used to develop an old gym. So it's sitting in my carport for the past 35 years.
Like Lou Ferrigno, he bought the old calf machine from that gym.
This I heard.
Yeah,
it's good to keep this stuff around. I'm keeping it for, but I'm a hoarder. But it's a table saw. I mean, it works fine, and I've used it to build a lot of things. It's very old-fashioned. Runs on a belt. But it's sitting there, and it was his. I just can't bear to part with it.
Do you miss Joe Gold today?
I do. I miss those days, you know. We had a lot of friends, and it was nice that you get up in the morning and walk into the gym, and you could smell the ocean and the waves breaking in the background and hear them, and everybody has something fun to say, and they're going to take a run on the beach and be back in about 15 minutes. And it was just a lifestyle that, you know, people said, oh, it was a weird lifestyle. It wasn't weird. It's the way it was. One guy wrote, well, that was a weird lifestyle. What's weird about it? It was an easy lifestyle in the 70s. It was a great lifestyle. You came and did what you wanted to do. You could hang out. We worked, doing commercials and films in the studios and not work. And you had days you didn't have to do anything, so you just lay on the beach. Who could ask for anything better? Look, you have one life. You might as well live it, your passion, and enjoy what you do. If I enjoyed going to the gym, I enjoyed doing commercials, I enjoyed wrestling at night, having my days free to lay in the sun. Who would want anything other than that? Do I want to sit in a supermarket and be a manager or an office and all day long in a suit and tie and say, oh my God, I hate this job? No, I did what I wanted to do and I made it happen. And you can make it happen if you have a passion for something. But you got to hang in there. Don't give up. Have the passion for what you do, chase it, do it, live your life and enjoy it. Don't live for somebody else. It doesn't work.
And at that time, bodybuilding was just coming out of the basement, being brought into prominence during the golden era.
I took a lot of crap from people being a bodybuilder and a wrestler even. I mean, being a pro wrestler is like being in the circus. Right. Why would you want to do that for a living? That's stupid. One of those guys are like circus acts. So, you buy tickets to go watch it, so come watch me. And the funny thing was, I tried to get all my friends in Bakersfield to come watch me, and they wouldn't come out of the house. I mean, I grew up with these guys. Come on. And then after years, they said, when are you going to be in town? We want to come see you. So I booked a show on a Saturday night. I called 10 of the guys, 2 showed up. They didn't feel like leaving. I don't feel like going out. I don't feel like, please, you asked me to come here. I'm here. I had a good match. We went out to eat. We had fun. They just thought it was weird. Meantime, those people have one foot in the grave. They just haven't buried them yet. And they live their life for somebody else, doing jobs they don't really want.
Right.
So that takes certain people to do what they do. I shouldn't be put down because I was a bodybuilder wrestler. I made a good living. I bought a lot of stuff. I'm home. I don't ask anybody for money. I have 3 kids, 4 grandkids, a couple of cars. I'm happy.
You followed your heart.
I did, and I can still have coffee every day, go to lunch, hang out with you, and do what I want to do. I have to answer to anybody. Isn't that nice? Nobody tells me what to do and where to go. There you go.
Thank you, Rick.
You're very welcome.
I want to announce to the world the transformative effect of being a friend of Rick Drasin's. I don't look like it now, but in the Eastern European nations, I was a heavyweight bodybuilding champion for 15 years, and I wouldn't have been able to do it without the help of Rick Drasin. He's my friend. I've lost a little weight because I have some emotional issues, but he is my good friend. I'm proud to say he's my friend, and he has a lot of good information to improve the quality of people's lives, draws friends to him wherever he goes, and I'm happy to say he's my friend.
Thank you, Fritz. This is our Channel 4 weatherman, and when he tells the weather, he makes sure that no matter where it's cloudy and rainy, there's always sun over on top of me, right?
That's why you have a little camera.
See, this is how it works.
You're the best.
Stay friends with your weatherman.
That was really cool, Rick.
Thanks.
He's such a wonderful man.
He's been on a couple of my shows. I've known him a long time.
Nice.
Good guy, real good guy.
Who's this guy with you, Rick?
This is my friend Rob, who gives me bogus email addresses. I tell him I'm going to send him a promo that I shot so he can try to do the same thing. I sent it twice, he says he never gets it. Why?
See, this is what happens when you try to impress somebody with your talents, like Rick over here. You know, he tells me he's sending me stuff, and just the world doesn't let it come through because it's not really impressed that much.
That's not true. I was very impressed by what I did. And now I see that he gave me the wrong damn email address.
Oh my
He
God.
gave me a business card he had 72 years ago.
So apparently my ex-wife was right. I'm always screwing things up.
She's the one that answered me.
Oh!
That's why. She answered me. She said, what time can you come over? I said, I don't know, anytime. I said, I have to be in bed by 11 and home by midnight.
Oh my God. Why do I have a funny feeling trouble's coming after this one here?
Oh, boy.
And it's got nothing to do with a body slam or a sleeper hold.
The only trouble I have ahead of me in the next 20 minutes is to decide what I'm going to eat for lunch. But that's the trouble. What do I want? Something good.
And see, if he was a really nice guy, he'd decide that he was doubly as hungry, but only eat half and give me the other half.
Right.
He's broke. That's why he can't afford the proper email. You have to take the free email, the Gmail. Oh boy.
This is what happens when you have nothing to do with your life on a Wednesday in Hollywood, California.
This is something.
It is.
All right, Rob, thank you.
Rick, you have a blessed day.
I will definitely send this
Mr. Cameraman, you have a blessed day.
I'll send
Mike.
this address now. Rob@stayporn.com.
Oh, we never knew that before.
Yeah. What do you think happened to you?
It's in the car.
Nope.
Born like that?
Nope.
He owed somebody money.
Nope. I put it where it shouldn't be.
Yeah, I figured that one. It's good.
Maybe we're getting stacked by a shark over here. Man, the shark.
Who's this guy?
I don't know.
I was just saying, you look really familiar. I don't
So
know.
do you. Are you James Brown, his Famous Flames?
Huh?
Are you James Brown from the Famous Flames?
Yeah, that's
I
me.
knew I knew you. How you doing?
Good, man.
What are you doing with the camera? Taking pictures?
Yeah, just doing a little bit of photo shoots.
It's fun. Fun to do. That's what we're doing too. I'm Rick Drasin. Yes, sir. How do you know me?
I don't know, man. I feel like I've seen you somewhere. I have no idea.
We never dated, did we?
Oh, man.
You watch wrestling?
I do.
I used to wrestle. You ever involved in bodybuilding? I was a bodybuilder for years.
Really?
You watch porn? That's not me. That's my sister. She looks like,
It's twin sister.
I have a twin sister with a shaved head, and she's got a goatee. That's probably from wrestling commercials and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Or you might have seen me at the 11:30 lunch at the senior home because they feed them.
Good one, man.
It's all good.
Where are you from?
LA.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm from LA.
Me too.
DJ.
I'm an original. A few of us around, not many.
Yeah, no.
Is this your hobby or are you professional?
Actually, I produce. That's
What are you producing?
produce electronic music.
Good for you. That's great.
Just did some shows in Australia and like that.
Awesome. I love success stories.
Yeah. Still going. Still
Oh, no, how old are you?
24.
Oh, you got another 4 years. I'm still going.
Good, man.
I eat right. I say my prayers and take my vitamins.
Yeah.
And have sex. And I have sex at least twice a day. One time with the partner, one time alone.
Yeah, definitely.
There's no answer for that.
You know what? Yeah.
Sound English, long story.
You know where I'm originally from?
Detroit.
No.
LA.
No.
New Jersey. No, not New Jersey.
I'm originally from, I am proud to say, Vagina. West Vagina.
Okay.
Get it?
Can you get a little closer?
To Rick?
To Rick, yes. Beautiful.
How about this one? Protein with
So the protein, yeah. Do you want it cooked medium or do you like it?
Medium well would be good. And then it comes with egg whites and brown rice, that's fine. And then maybe
Bread muffin?
will it make me a champion?
I think so.
Okay, cool.
Get you started at
Will it make
least.
my hair grow back?
Oh, I don't know. What are we doing? A video?
Yeah, we did this reality thing for my show.
I'll have the fitness scramble.
The Scrabble, do you want brown rice?
Yeah.
And bran muffin too?
English muffin.
I get the British muffin. Same thing, right?
Great Britain muffin.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
So I'm sticking with my diet. You'll see when it comes. I try to, you know, when you eat your meals, you want to eat right on every time. So I get some sort of a protein in, maybe a little bit of carb. I guess I need a little bit more carbs after training like that. Either an omelet with cottage cheese or have ham or something in it, or a burger patty and cottage cheese. Sometimes I switch it up. Sometimes I get the meatloaf here, great meatloaf here, with veggies and cottage cheese. And today I'm getting the skirt steak. As soon as they bring it, we'll get a nice shot of how delicious it looks.
There you go.
And an iced tea. Gotta have my iced tea.
So what about your pets?
Well, I was saying I've always slept, you know, either alone, with my girlfriend, whatever, but my daughter's out of town, so I've got her dog, or our dog, Bogey, who sleeps in my bed. And he likes to sleep right next to me. Right next to me. He's a little dog, and he pushes me off the bed. So I have to get up several times, which interrupts my sleep. If you look down from him about 2 feet, stretched out on the other part of the bed is my cat, all stretched out. They both sleep on my bed together. They don't talk to each other, but they sleep together. So it takes up my space, and it gives me interrupted sleep. It's okay though. But this morning, I kind of move around. So he sits up on his hind legs like this with his tail going like around, I don't know, 6:30, thinking we're going to get up. I said, no, I'm not getting up. I'm just going to go to the bathroom and lay down again. Lay down. So he laid down and he fell back to sleep. Flat on his back with his butt in my face. So it's so funny. I finally decided to get up. I'm rubbing his chest. And he's moaning and groaning. And I get up, go to the bathroom, and he's like ready to go. Let's go. He wants to go walk outside. This is my mornings. And when I have Ozzy, the other dog there, and I got both of them. He doesn't. He tries to come around my side of bed and lick my hand and wake me up. He's a big border collie, and then he wants to walk. So it's kind of fun in the morning to have those boys there.
Yeah, Ozzy's a superstar.
He's a superstar. Amazing dog. Amazing. He's like human. Pretty much like human. So it just kind of fulfills your life a little bit to have all that. Then I got 2 turtles and a 3-legged cat out front that I feed.
Right.
I'm a zookeeper. I'm a Zoolander 3.
Yeah. And Pepper, your other cat.
The other cat, Pepper, yeah. They're all there. Then at night they all gather in the TV with me, watch TV.
Yeah.
The fun of life.
Hey, Rick.
Hey, Mitch. Now that's his.
All right, we'll switch it
I'm
around.
having beef.
You got all the beef
You gotta
today.
stay big and strong.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
If you get any stronger, you might come out of that shirt.
I hope not. It's a double X, so
That means you're gonna be a triple X.
that's pretty good.
Enjoy, guys.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you, mate. So this is lunch, Rick.
This is it. You got my steak, skirt steak, little brown rice and egg whites, little brown muffin for fiber. Yes. And what do you have over here? An omelet or a scramble?
It's a turkey scramble,
Brown rice.
brown rice,
And a British muffin.
and a British muff.
Yep. British muff. Now we can enjoy it.
There you go. All right, bon appetit.
Bon appetit. Oh boy. That's so good.
Just chat.
No, I saw you in the gym.
Yeah, I saw you this morning.
And I was trying to struggle through a workout with him.
Okay.
He's pushing me.
Well, yeah, you don't push him.
No, I'm tired of that. I feel like training.
Every time I see you training, you're pushing everybody.
I know, but it's kind of like my day off. I just want to take it easy.
Okay. So he was like, he was being the aggressive.
Yeah, so we came here and I got some steak and egg whites and rice.
Well, I did the ground turkey and the egg whites.
Good, huh?
Yeah, I love this place.
You look good. You put on some size.
I have.
What do you think it is?
Diet?
Okay. I know where we're going with that.
I'm trying to be as politically correct as I can.
I understand.
Yes, yeah.
We all have to do what we have to do.
Exactly. Well, I just turned 50 years old, so that's really kind of playing on my head.
When I turned 50, I was in my best shape.
I thought you were 50 now.
Well, I wish.
Well, it's good to see you, man.
Too.
Yeah, it's always. I'll yell at you the next time. I
Please do, because I'm a very sensitive man. I take it emotionally.
I knew you were very upset with me, and I was trying to slip out of here without you seeing me because I thought you would be like crying.
I caught you. I saw those big arms walking by.
Oh, there you go. Well, I appreciate that.
Stop that guy.
Thank you. It was good to see you, man. It's always good to see you.
Keep up the good work.
You as well. And I will say hi in the gym.
Promise.
Even if I have to scream it across the.
I'll be very, very emotionally excited.
There you go. There you go. And I want to be like you at 72.
I want to be like you at 72.
You look amazing at 70.
Thank you. What's the meat?
But it's the meat. It has to be the meat. Yeah. I don't know what's in it.
No, it's good. It's just skirt steak.
Rich, good to see you. I will talk to you soon.
Okay.
See ya.
Bye, mate.
Take care. I don't think I met you.
My name is Ilya.
Ilya, nice to meet you.
I'm Rick's chronicler.
I'm Marv. He knows me from the gym. I moved to LA a few years ago from Indiana, so.
I saw you at the gym today too.
Bodybuilder from the Midwest, so one of the little big guys. So, yeah, I'm like a midget, but kind of wide. So there you go. Take care.
Nice to meet you, mate.
We'll see you soon, okay? I'll see you in the gym. Take care, guys.
Bye-bye.
Nice to meet you finally. Take care.
Cheers.
Find out this week.
This is my life. This is what happens wherever I go.
They always interrupt you, Rick.
Always. I don't mind.
No?
It's fun.
It would annoy the hell out of me. Don't bug me, I'm eating.
That's right. I should do that for sure. Don't bug me. I'm trying to digest my food.
I'm not going. I'm not.
Rick's Corner.
Oh,
We
okay.
document all my training for my fans and shit out there. So, now, when you're out here eating and you come to 200 for women like this, waiting on you and giving you good service, it's a pleasure to eat here every day. Look at them. Aren't they gorgeous?
They're gorgeous, too gorgeous.
And they're very nice on top of it.
What are their names? Haley and?
Stephanie.
Stephanie. There you go.
And I'm Rick, I think.
They're embracing Rick.
I think this guy's Rick.
I think
Are you Rick?
I used to be.
You used to be.
I'm a different version. I'm an updated model.
Exactly.
Thank you, girls. Thank you.
Thank you, ladies.
Okay.
Sorry, I laughed in the middle and shouted.
Oh, that's all right. We like that.
I can't help it. I'm loud.
It makes it better. It makes it much better. Yeah, let's go.
Another day in the life of Rick.
My dog's waiting for me. Hey everyone, now you can have the Gold's Gym logo drawn by me, the artist Rick Drasin, personalized and made out to you and signed by me to frame and put on your gym wall or wherever you see fit to do so. It's a piece of bodybuilding history. It will never be duplicated again. It's the largest selling icon t-shirt logo in the world, and I'm the guy that drew it, and I will draw it for you. Just go to my website, rickdrasin.com, and order there. You can pay through PayPal, and it'll be sent out right away. And be sure to watch Rick's Corner for all the videos on bodybuilding, nutrition, fitness, pro wrestling, and anything that suits your interest as far as getting physically fit and being the best you can be from the golden era of bodybuilding.
It's Rick Drasin. He's the equalizer, baby. See you next time.